welcome to a Telltale Books video. I'm Greg, and I'm continuing my Stephen King series with a review of another of his newest works, Hansel and Gretel. We are Telltale Books, bringing you the best in literature, literary topics, and graphic design and bookmaking.
If you want to support us, you can find us on Etsy and Pango, where you can find gently used, rare, and even top quality used books.
And if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and maybe even that bell to be notified when new videos go live.
Thanks for joining us.
Hansel and Gretel is a book where Stephen King rewrote the original tale, and it's illustrated with illustrations that Maurice Sendak did while he was still alive for a different project. And that's why King had to rewrite it to make the original tale fit the illustrations a little better. It was just published by HarperCollins this September 2025. And it is a children's book. As you can see, it's an oversized book, and the illustrations are beautiful. So what I'm doing here is both the art and story review. Now the story is Hansel and Gretel. I don't recall the original story well enough to tell what is different about this one. So I don't think King really rewrote it all that much. But it captures the feel of the Brothers Grimm, which is a little dark. And there's some themes that some parents may not want to have their kids exposed to. You know, the whole idea of an old woman stuffing kids into an oven is pretty gruesome. And then, well, the way the stepmother behaves is definitely bad in this story. The story itself, it is written for a child's level of reading. So it's a very short piece, very to the point writing. You know, it's not like reading a Stephen King novel. It's much simpler than that and much faster. It really qualifies as a short story. But that's the way most children's books are. They're these big books with big illustrations, and the actual writing is not that much. Now, the Maurice Sendak illustrations differ from the Brothers Grimm story because they were originally created to illustrate the opera version of Hansel and Gretel by Humperdinck. That project was done while Sendak was still living. He passed away on May 8th, 2012. I'm not exactly sure when the project was done. I didn't come across that information. But the illustrations in here are meant to illustrate that opera. They've been reused to illustrate this book, and that's why Stephen King made some minor changes to the story to better fit the illustrations that, you know, things weren't out of whack. And the illustrations are beautiful. What you would expect from Maurice Sendak. They're really, really nice illustrations. Perfect for a children's book. Like I say, some parents may object to some of the darker aspects of this book, but I mean, I saw worse than this in Bugs Bunny cartoons when I was growing up, so I don't really agree with that. I think this is fine for kids. You know, just if they have issues, you just talk them through it. You know, while I'm not going to call this a top tale, everything about this is very well done. The book is well done. The illustrations are excellent in a beautiful style, perfect for a children's book, perfect for that audience. The writing is perfect for a children's book. It's, you know, easy enough for, you know, kids probably back to like 6, 7, 8 years old to understand, maybe even younger than that if you read it to them. I'm not sure. when kids start reading these days. But it's a very nice book. And a little weird for a 60-year-old guy to be buying a book like that, like this, and reading it. But I only did it because I'm committed to reading and reviewing everything I can get my hands on by Stephen King. And well, this is Stephen King. So I did it. Read it. I bought it. And I actually liked the book. A lot of times with stuff like this, I wish I were young enough to really appreciate it. But I can appreciate it as an adult, looking at these things and considering whether or not I think if I had young children, if I would buy this for them. And I think I would. I would love to buy this for young children. So it's got my recommendation. It's got the Telltale Books recommendation. It's an excellent book. If you got kids, go out and buy it. I think they'll enjoy it. I think it's no big deal to talk kids through some of the more disturbing aspects of this book and take it from there. So, if you've bought and read Hansel and Gretel, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts of an author like Stephen King tackling a children's book. The rest of his literature is definitely not for the younger crowd. That would be an interesting topic. Should an author like Stephen King, that is known for very adult themes that you would not want to let your young children be reading, is it really okay for him to be doing children's books? Personally, I think it's fine. Adults are adults. Adults need to write books for children. Can't get children to write children's books usually. Once in a while, you get a really gifted kid that can do one. But most of the time, no, you need an adult to write the book. And we have to understand that those adults are adults and they have their life, and they may have written some stuff that's more explicit, more adult themed, that you wouldn't want your kids to be reading. And so, I think the bigger issue is when somebody who has become known for children's books, when they go and write something that's very adult, because people have an expectation that they write children's books, pick it up, and it turns out to be something that you wouldn't want to put in front of your kids. There you have the question. Should that author really be writing more adult stuff when their name is so well known for children's books? And even there again, my opinion is, yeah, they should be able to write what they want. Yes, the publishers should not market it as a children's book. That's the danger. But writers should be able to write what they want, and they shouldn't be limited to just one type of book. So tell me what you think of Hansel and Gretel or that idea. And more Stephen King to come. I'll be getting back into order. This one actually is, because it's so new, it was published September 2025. It's second to last in my Stephen King bibliography, so it's number 261. And I believe I'm really only back, I just passed number 50. I'm in the 50s or 60s now in the overall bibliography. Yeah, I'm currently reading Firestarter, which is number 58, so I went way out of order to bring you this at a more timely place. And now I'm going to go back, finish up reading Firestarter, and I will be reporting on that hopefully in about a week. We'll see if I can do it that fast. It's a 400-page book, and I'm already behind on where I wanted to be in it. Anyway, come on back for Firestarter and all the rest of Stephen King and all the other things we do here in Telltale Books.